Right. I Bhanuti Hamatama. You're welcome to the grade 11 English medium maths paper class today. So we are now at the paper number 40. So we completed 39 papers up to now. So we are at paper number 40. So that is a great achievement. So we can reach paper number 50 soon, after within I think 2.5 months. Then we can move forward. Further. Right. Last time we discussed about 60 papers. So this time, maybe more than 75 papers we can reach. Right. So that is our plan. So today we have a paper one. So last time we discussed about paper two, right? So I will now move one by one the questions so you can make the corrections and further make your own notes under each questions they are in. Okay, right. So now I will take the paper. Right, paper number 40. Okay, right. You can't log to the website. Okay, we will recover that error. Right. So this is the paper number 40 that we are going to discuss now. Right, I think now you can see the paper number 40 clearly. So this is the paper number that we are discussing. So discussing 40 numbers is a great achievement, as I mentioned at the beginning. So I think some of you faced to the 40 papers, right? Make your own file and attach them accordingly one by one, and then see at the end of this year how many papers you reach and your answers. Okay, then it would be a better confidence before the exam. Okay, right. So now I will make the corrections one by one, so you can ask questions and you can raise any doubts and clarify them. Right. First question: the value of square root 69 lies between in which whole numbers? So they are not asking the square root 69 value to the first approximation. They are asking under which whole numbers does it lie. So we know that here square root 69, we will take the lower perfect square for 69, that is 64. We will take the square root of 64 and then take the upper perfect squares after 69, that is 81, square root 81. Okay, then take what is the square root 64 value, that is 8, and 81 value, that is 9. So now you can feel that the square root 64 lies between right, 69 lies between 8 and 9 whole number. So that means 8 point something. That decimal part not to be calculated here. Just they asking under which whole number they lie. So your answer should be between 8 and 9. So 8 and 9 is the answer. Can write between 8 and 9. Right. Okay. So that is the answer between 8 and 9. Right. Okay, next one, find the value of x according to the information in the figure. Right. Whenever in a triangle, when you see two sides are equal, right here two sides are equal, that means their opposite angles are equal. So you can mark here this angle and this angles are equal. Okay. Then you have this is 80 degree, then the balance of these two should be 100. Why they add up to 180? So now one part is equally shared. So then one part is how much? The balance 100 divided by 2. So you can, if I apply y, this is also y, then you can write 2y plus 80 degree equal 180 degrees. Just you can subject to y equal 180, subtract 80. Then you can say that 2y equal 100 degrees. Then subject y by dividing 2. Then 2, 1 to 1 cancel. Then y equal 50 degrees. Okay. Y equal 50 degrees. Right. Okay, so this angle is found as y. So y is 50 degree. So once you find 50 degree y, right, you have two methods, right? So this inside angle is 50. Then here the outside angle, exterior angle. So this is a straight line. Then you can add up these two to 180. So you can write x plus 50 degree equal 180 degrees. So subject x as 180 degrees, subtract 50 degree. So then x comes as 130 degrees. Okay. So that is how you deal the question. Right. So did anyone complete this third question? Did anyone complete it? Hands up, those who completed. So what was your answer? Did you take the answer? Send me a message. What was your factorizing? So did you take the answer? It's plus 2y. Yes, minus x plus 2y. But here, how you factorize here? So there is a typing issue, I think. Here, both are x squared and minus 4x squared. Okay? X squared and minus 4x squared. So that is a mistake, I think. X squared minus 4x squared cannot written like here. You can simplify here minus 3x squared. And this kind of questions, you need to factorize 2 by 2. For terms, there are no common terms for all the terms. Then you choose 2 by 2. But when you take 2 by 2, here one factor shall align with the other one factor totally. But here they are not aligning each other. Right. So I think that is a typing issue here. Here, not like 4x squared term, similar two terms there, then it is simplified. Okay. So I think if you factorize 2 by 2, also not given the same factor, right? So we will skip that one. That is the issue in the question number 3. I don't know how you completed it. Right. It's take. So what is called such expressions? So this is called that expressions. We cannot say that that is also trinomial quadratic expressions, but here not trinomial. Why? No three terms there. Okay, then four terms there, and here like y terms there. Y terms there. So normally it is a function of x and y both. Like not a function actually, that is expression of x and y. Okay, but here the issue is this kind of terms will not be given. The reason that that is simplified. Someone can say that x squared minus 4x squared. What is the answer? Negative 3x squared. Okay, that's the issue. Right. Question number 4. So that is all question. Question number 4. See there, it takes 5 minutes 4 days to complete one third of a certain task. Find the number of days required to complete the remaining task for 8 minutes. මේක පටල ගන්න එපා. එක scenario එක ඇතුලේ ගොඩක් දේවල් explain කරනවා. One by one හිතන්න. Right. Think one by one. So 5 men 4 days. Right. Then you can have the man days of the task, not the completed task, that is one third of the task, right? If you take the task into three parts, right, then one third means this part. How many man days? 5 men into how many days? 4 days. So that means task measurement. The amount is measured by men days. 5 into 4, 20 men days. 20 men days equal to how many tasks? One third of the task, this part. So they are asking find the number of days required to complete the balanced task. Remaining task is this one. Now you can find out what is the remaining task by man days. So here 20 man days. So here also 20, here also 20. Why? One third part is 20. So here the other part 2 is such two parts. So 20 into 2 is the balance work by men days. So you can now take that is 20 into 2, 40 men days. And then 40 main days are there. So that 40 main days to be reached by how many means? 8 means. So the 40 to be taken by 8 means. So you divide by 40 main days by 8 men. So now men cancelled. 40 divided by 8, then it comes as 5 days. It comes as 5 days. 5 days. Okay, understood. Firstly, the one third task is measured by min days. Then the remaining is twice of that because 2/3 is the remaining. Then you got the measurements amount of work by min days. Then that is given divided by the given days or the min. Then other quantities observed. Right, a sector with the angle at the sector center is 60 is cut from a circle, 60 degrees cut here with radius 21 centimeter. Okay, then find the area of the sector which cut off, right? So they're asking the cut off sector, what is the area here, right? So this is a 60-degree sector. So how to find the area of such a sector? Theta upon 360 into 5r squared is the area, right? Then theta is 60, then 60 upon 360 into 5r squared, 5r squared, r is 21 into 21. So here you can take the answer 61, 66. Okay, 7173, then 3132, then 21, 11. So 11 into 21, it comes as 231. What is the unit? Square centimeters. 231 square centimeters. Right. So remember the equations. The area of a sector is theta upon 360 into 5r squared. So theta here is 60 degree. But remember in O-level maths paper, under the first paper, this kind of sectors will not be given. So the expected angles are, as I mentioned, 180, then 90 and 45 only. In which paper? The paper 1. So that says clearly in the essential learning concepts. Okay, fine. So now we are moving to the question number 6. Find the value of x according to the information in the figure. Right, in a geometric questions, remember everyone, whenever you see the diagram, mark the informations that are visible to you and the found informations mark in the diagram. Okay, then that would be a step of the question. Okay, so here I can see the opposite sides are parallel, these sides are parallel, then my mind says this is a parallelogram. So in a parallelogram, then the features would be realized. What are the features here? So here opposite angle 48 degree. So this angle is opposite to this angle at B. So in a parallelogram, the opposite angles are equal. So here 48 mean here 48. Mark this information. Then you can see a triangle B, C, and this triangle, right? Then this side is extended, then you can see that exterior angle formed is x. So the exterior angle formed x equal interior opposite sum. This is the interior opposite sum. So you can say that x equal, that is the exterior equal interior opposite sum. So 48 plus 35. So directly you can find out 48 plus 35. So x then equal 8 plus 5, 13. Then 1 remaining, 83. So x equal 83 degrees. Okay, fine. So what are the theorems we applied here? In a parallelogram, the opposite angles are equal. The other things, in this triangle, the exterior equal interior opposite sum. Two theorems being applied. Okay, now question number 7. Simplify the algebraic fractions division under grade 11 second term. So first fraction as it is, or normally the fraction division method is what? Follow the same. Either it's algebraic or numeric, the process is same, concept is same. So first fraction you write as it is, and then you multiply the second fractions with the reciprocal of the second fraction. You multiply the reciprocal of the second fraction. So first one as it is you write 12a squared b divided by 7x. Okay, then division convert to the multiplication and take the reciprocal. So it comes as 21x squared upon 8ab. Right. So now you can simplify. Here x and here x can simplified 7 1 7 3. Okay. Then check b1 b1 simplified, a1 and a1 simplified. Okay. Then here 8 and 12, see 4 3 4 2 simplified. So that's only. Now remaining part multiply 3 into 3 9. Right, then here a, right here x. Okay, divide by, here the remaining part is 2. Isn't it? Am I correct or make any mistakes there? No, right? 9x upon 2. Hands up those who received the answer. 9x upon 2. Everyone? Right. හොඳයි දැන් ගැම්මෙන්ම හැමෝම වැඩ කරන්න ඕන ළමයි ඈ. රයිට්. තව පොඩි කාලයක් තියෙන්නේ මේ අවුරුද්ද විතරයි. එතකොට හැමෝම ලයිව් එකට ඇවිල්ලා උත්තට ආසාවෙන් වැඩ ටික කරන්න ඕනේ. දැන් සෙල්ලම් කරන්න කාලයක් නැහැ. ඒ නිසා උත්තට උපරිමයෙන්ම තමන්ගේ ශක්තිය යොදලා හොඳ සොලිඩ් එකක් කන්ෆර්ම් කරගන්න. එතකොට මැත්ස් වලට අය එක්සෑම් එක ලඟ වුණාට පස්සේ පාඩම් කරන්න, නෝට් බලන්න, ගණන් හදන්න දේවල් නැහැ. එකයි ඒකේ වාසිය. ඒතර මේ සබ්ජෙක්ට් එකේ වැය කරන කාලය අනිත් ඒවාට යොදන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක අවසාන මොහොතේ දඟලන්න ඕන සබ්ජෙක්ට් එකක් නෙවෙයි. නිසා හරියටම වීක්ලි පේපර් එක ලියන්න, පේපර් එක ලියලා ආන්සර් ෂීට් ටික මාක් කරගන්න සහ ඒකේ පොයින්ට්ස් ටික පොතේ ලියා ගන්න රෙඩ් බුක් එකේ ලියා ගන්න රයිට්. එතකොට මම මේ මාසේ ඉඳලා පටන් ගන්නවා මාසේ අන්තිමට ඔයාලට මේ දෙන පේපර් ඇසුරින් මං ප්‍රශ්න 25ක් ඔන්ලයින් ටෙස්ට් එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒකේ ලකුණු ලැබෙන Google ටෙස්ට් එකක්. ඒතර multiple choice question set එකක් තියෙන්නේ. You can select an answer, then I can see what is your progress of the paper class. So each month end I am doing such kind of papers, but that is not as a live class. Just I send the links, then you need to answer that one, then I can see individually your progress and your marks at each month. Right. Okay. So be ready for that one. Then I evaluate the marks, and I will do some evaluation of your marks. On each month, I will publish the winners of the online paper submission class. Okay. Right. Ready for this series for this month end. So I will apply one test for the month of May end. Google test. Okay. Right. So now question number 8. Question number 8. Right. Those who completed, send me the answer for this one. What is the triangle area? So that is, although it appears a small question, that deals several steps. Right. Those who completed, send me the answers of this triangle. What's the area of the triangle? Yes. Good. Is it decimal? What about others? Okay. Right. Some are saying that it comes the decimals, but we will check. Right. So what we need to do, if the area of this rhombus, right, it shouldn't be rhombus, it should be trapezium. Okay. The area of this trapezium, PQRS is trapezium, is 72 square centimeter. Find the area of this triangle PRS. So now you feel that this triangle area to be found, their SR is the base, right? But you do not know the perpendicular height of this triangle to calculate the area. But you can see that if SR is base, that is obtuse angle triangle, okay, then the height is drawn from P, but that comes externally to the produced RS sides, the perpendicular is drawn, that is H. So if you know that value of H, then you can find out the area. So, but at the beginning, the trapezium area given, then with use of that research, you can find out H. Okay, then you know this opposite parallel side length, here 10, here 14, and H asking, and then you know the area 72. So now what I do, I will make the area of PQRS and equal to 72. See how to take the area of trapezium, half into the sum of the parallel line. These are the two parallel line, 14 plus 10. 14 plus 10 into the perpendicular height. Perpendicular height is this height, but that is equal to the height there. So I take the height is H. Okay, equal the area 72. Then half p into 14 plus 10 means 24 into h equals 72. Then 2, 1, 2, 12. So 12 into h, 12h equals 72. So you divide by 12 both the sides to subject h. So 12 cancelled out. H equals 6 centimeters. Okay, h is 6. Now you found this height of this between these two parallel lines. So that height is the same height for the triangle, perpendicular height. Then you can find out the area of the triangle, how the area of the triangle gives. Right, so area given half into base into height. So what is the base here? 10 centimeter, right, into height is h, h found as 6. Okay, then here 2, 1, 2, 3, then 3 into 10, 30 square centimeters. So the answer expected is 30. Right. So, but your answers seems wrong, some of your answers. Okay. Right. If any doubts, ask the question. Okay. Right. කාට හරි අපහැදිලි තැන් තියෙනවා නම් ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න. Okay. Right. So the next question, find the LCM of these multiples. Right. Now check. I will introduce you the short method of finding the LCM. So you write 6a cube b. So you expand the terms here. Okay. You expand the terms. 6a cube b, numeric 6, and then a cube and then b, right? This is the short methods that I have introduced you. So then 8ab power 4. Then numeric you align with numeric 8, a align with a and b 4. Okay, then you write 4a5, 4 and a5. Okay, now you can check the numeric value you choose here 864. Then how to take the LCM of the numeric values? This is easiest way. You choose the highest value here. The highest value is 8. Okay, then you check whether 6 and 4 can convert to 8. 4 can convert with multiplication 2, but 6 cannot. Then you check this 8 second multiple 16, but 4 can, 6 cannot. Then the third multiple 24. 6 can convert to 24, 4 can also convert to 24. Then what is the LCM of these three numeric? You write 24. Okay, then same terms you take the maximum power, so that is a to the power 5. Then take same terms maximum power b to the power 4. So the answer comes as 24a5b4. Right, follow this method. That is very easy, and you will not never take the incorrect answers. Okay, find the median of the following data. Median මම හැම වෙලේම කියනවා median කියන්නේ මැද කියලා මතක තියාගන්න. මැද MED මැද. So the data at the center is the median. Okay, so to find the median, you need to arrange the data into the ascending order, and you further check whether they have given to the ascending order 2, 3, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is fine. So this is my short method. So you can find the median, find in the data at the center. How you can do it? You can cancel the data from the two sides. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Then 1 is isolated. That is the median. So what is the answer? 6. Okay. That is a short trick. Everyone understood? Data at the center. So if you cannot take that method, right, you can take, but the formal way, median is defined as the Q2 equal, this is how you take n plus 1 upon 2th term. This is the formula. So this given the position of the term. So position of the term given by this formula, n is what? Number of terms. How many number of terms? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 terms there. So n is the number of terms. Then you write 9 plus 1 divided by 2. That means 10 divided by 2. That is fifth term. Okay, fifth term that gives you, not 5 is the Q2 median, fifth term. So fifth term is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth term is 6. Okay, whenever that comes as a decimal, imagine if the number of data is an even number like 10, if n was 10, then 10 plus 1 upon 2 is 5.5. So 5.5 the data. How to take the 5.5 data? That means data 5 there, data 6 there. Between that, the 5.5 position. Then what you do? Fifth data and sixth data you add and divide by 2. So that is how you take whenever the number of data is an even number, then decimal come in, then just take the fifth and sixth data and divide by 2. පස්වෙනියයි හයවෙනියයි එකතු කරලා දෙකට බෙදෙනවා. දැන් හිතන්නකො මෙතන හරිමදක් එන්නේ නැහැ ඩේටා ගාන ඉවන් වුණා. එතකොට දෙන්නෙක් ඉතුරු වෙනවා. එතකොට මේ දෙන්නගේ මීඩියන් එක ගන්න කොහමද? ඒ දෙන්න එකතු කරලා දෙකට බෙදෙනවා. Okay, so that is how you do it. Understand, right? For the knowledge. Right. Question number 11. Custom duty of 12% is charged when a clock is imported. If the value of the clock is 15,000 rupees, how much duty has to be paid? So duty is 12%. So 15,000 into 12. 12%, 12 upon 100. Okay, then you can see that two zeros cancelled. 12 0, 12 into 5, 60. 60 meaning 18. So it comes as rupees 1,800. That is the duty charge. How much duty has to be paid? මේ දවස්වල කස්ටම් ඩියුටි එහෙම ගෙවනවා ලංකාවේ මිනිස්සු අසීමාන්තිකවනේ when importing the vehicle, right? That is too much custom duty, right? Applying more custom duty in the luxury vehicles, but that vehicle buying is a dream to the Sri Lanka still, right? Just buying the vehicles by higher level people who are getting high income in Sri Lanka, but for the middle level people, still that is a dream. Okay, so the custom duty they apply for importing vehicle is too much, right? Maybe sometimes a huge amount, right? Okay, sometimes two times of the vehicle value, right? So that's a issue here, but uh, that is not reasonable. Okay, because the normal people, the mid-level people, never buy a vehicle, brand new vehicle. Right. A semicircular shaped lamina with center O and radius 3R. I hear that drawn figure is bit issue. The radius given 3R, but here it appear like diameter. So that should be 3R in this mark way, this way. Right, because the question says 3R is shown in the figure. A cone with vertex O is made by folding. Here vertex is O, folded by OA and OB joining, right? So normally in previous years, right? But you will not know that one. In when we go to the shops, that sugar, the dal, the rice, they given with the paper and making like a cone. Have you seen? And using some kind of things they use that kind of things instead of this shopping bag, right? That times this cone is made with the sector, so by this part they can make a cone, right? Then when you fold it, then think 3D, when you fold it, then this part comes the slant height of the cone, right? So when you fold and make a cone, so this radius comes as the slant height. So the radius is 3R. Okay, so this comes as the slant height. Okay, then here this part comes as the circumference of the base, right? So that is the way of making a cone curved surface. So cone curved surface is built up with the sector, right? Sector, then sector radius comes as the slant height of the cone curved surface, and then sector, the circumference comes as the base circumference of this cone. Understood? That's a condition. Here arc length comes as the circumference of the base, right? So what they're asking, find the slant height of the cone. So all the time sector radius is the slant height. So what is the slant height? Then 3R. Then find the area of the curved surface in terms of R. So don't be, so some students overthinking and try to find 5RL and apply because the curved surface of this cone is given by the formula by 5RL. But then the radius is not known here in this base, but slant height known. But remember that how this curved surface build up by this sector. So sector folded and build up this one. Then the area of this curved surface should be similar to the area of this sector. That is your logic, because that is built up with the sector, then that surface is coming to the curved surface area, not change. Then what you need to do, find the area of this sector. So that is a semicircle. Then you write area equal half into 5R squared. So 5 is 22 upon 7 into R squared. So 3R into 3R, right? So in terms of are asking, so you can apply here 22, no simplification for the 2, 1, 2, 11. Then 3 into 3, 9 into 11, 99, r squared upon 7. So that is the curved surface area. Or you can keep 5 as it is also. And in terms of 5 and r squared also, you can give the answer. So that is also fine. If you replace the 5, then half into 5 into 3r squared. So that is also fine. Then 5 into 3 into 3, 9 r squared upon 2. Then it comes as 9 5r squared upon 2. So that both are okay, right? Question number 13, find the value of the figure, find the value of x, right? Be careful to see the diameters here. So I can further make here, this is the right. By this one, you can see that same code. By this code, the angle subtend on the sector is 32. By the same code, you can see the angle subtend here. So this is 32, then here also 32. Okay, then the same sector angle, these are the same sector angle, one condition, fine. So 32, 32. Then you see a diameter here, then from the diameter, the angle subtend on the sector is 90 degree. All the time mark this 90 because this is a diameter, subtend on the sector is 90. Okay, now you have 90, 32 and they're asking x. Then you can add up these three to 180. So how to do that one? You can write x plus 32 degree plus 90 degree. So equal 180 degrees. Mark the information here. When you see 32, 32 marked in the diagram. So that would be the steps. So here 90 marked. Then that are the steps. Then add up to 180. So x plus here 2, 122 equal 180. So you can say x equal just 180. Subtract 122. Then x equal, right? 58, right? 58. 58 degrees, right? If any doubt, ask. So what are the conditions? Additionally, learn same rectangle used and by the diameter, the subtend is 90 and the interior angles of a triangle. Okay, then these two solving. This is simple equation 3x, 4x, right? Fraction, subtraction. So here you need to make the subtraction of the algebraic fractions. How to do? 3x and 4x makes the LCM. X term is there. 3 and 4 both come to the 12. Then you multiply here by 4. Okay, and here you multiply by 3. Okay, to make 12. Then here, okay, 7 upon 12. So now here both denominator comes as 12x. Then 4 into 4, 16. Subtract here 3 into 3, 9. Equal 7 upon 12. So 16 subtract 9 is what? 7. So 7 upon 12x equals 7 upon 12. So I will introduce you a simplification which is used in A-level maths. Right. When equal mark there and two fractions, here only two fractions should be there. No any other terms, addition or subtraction cannot be there, and no any top part addition or subtractions there. Then we can simplify from the both side of the equal mark same level. Right. So you can simplify here the same level values. So 7 1 7 1 simplified. Okay, then 12 1 12 1 simplified. Then cross multiply. Then finally x into 1 this way, x equal 1 into 1 1. So you can directly take x equal 1. Okay. Otherwise, if you are not okay, what are you doing here? Cross multiply same. Right. Then that would be very huge simplifications dealing. So 12 into 7 you equal 12 into 7x. Then 84x equal 84. Then you divide by 84 and subject. But learn that conditions you can apply in all your maths also, no problem. Hands up those who got the answer, x equal 1 for this one. Right, excellent. දැන් හොඳයි ළමයි ටික වැඩත් හොඳයි. ඔය විදිහටම හරියටම ගියොත් පුළුවන් ඈ පේපර්ස් 75ක්ද වැඩි කරනවා මේ පාර. ඒ නිසා හැමෝම එකට මහන්සි වෙන්න. right. අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම solid එකකට පුළුවන් 90 plus එකකට. right. Okay, now find NA dash. NA dash කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? NA dash. Right. N means what? Number of elements. N is number of elements of A dash. So what is A dash? This is the set A. Okay, A dash mean outside of the A. Outside of the set A, what are the outside of the set A elements? You can see 1 and 4. So if you shade A dash is this region, except A, everything. Right, except A, everything. So except A, what are the elements? 1 and 4. So they are asking number of elements. Number of elements, not a set, that is a count. So what is the count? 1 and 2. So the answer should be 2. So if you are writing like the elements for 1 and 4, not the element is expected. Number of element asking when it apply the n. Right. Question number 16, bit tricky questions, and normally the students will not answer this kind of questions. They are asking value of x plus y. Remember, they are not individually asking x and individually asking y, not asking x plus y figure. So how to write? Here you can do in several way, right? If this is y, this is the straight line, okay, this is a straight line, then I can write this angle into the angle. How? If this is 120, how to take the inside? From 180 I subtract this 120. But if this is y, how to take the interior angle? Right, how to take the interior angle? Right, from 180, right, I subtract this exterior y. Understood? If exterior y, how to take that interior? Because the sum of these two 180, then from 180 I subtract this y. Then interior angle given. Fine. Then my argument, I am choosing this triangle and I can see this is the exterior angle form. This is the exterior, okay? So that exterior equal interior opposite sum. Sum of these two angles equal to the exterior here. So now I write that exterior angle theorem, x equal, the exterior equal interior opposite sum, that means 70 plus, right, 180 minus y. Okay, now I bring this negative y to this side as positive y, then x plus y equal 180 plus 70, that comes as 250 degrees. So it comes as x plus y equal 250 degrees. Hands up those who got this answer. Right. Meva, excellent questions. Okay, excellent. Right, question number 17. This is under the grade 11 first lesson, simplifying the surds. Balagan. Make a karna vividha krama තියෙනවා. So these are called the entire surds. So we have the 80 and 8 surds. Entire surds we will convert to the surds in the simplest form. So in this surds there is a perfect square inside that. In 8 also there is a perfect square. Catch that perfect square. So 80 consists with 16 into 5. 16 into 5, 80. So I write square root 80. The surd 80 I can write. Surd 16 into 5. See that simplification. Okay. 16 into 5, 80. Then I can apply this the square root sign inside 16 individually, and I can apply into square root 5. Then square root 16 is what? So 16 is having a perfect value, that is 4. And here root 5. Okay, then I can write in terms of square root 80, I can write 4 root 5, 4 thirds 5. So similarly, I may arrange square root 8 how that can be written as a perfect square with product 4 into 2. Then 4 square root is given as 2. Similarly, third 2, 2 root 2. So then I replace square root 80 by 4 root 5, right, into 8 by 2 root 2. Okay, then in multiplication, whole parts multiply with whole parts, third multiply with thirds. 4 into 2 you can simplify 8. 5 into 2 thirds you can write 10. So 8 third 10. 8 root 10. Right. So that is the answer. Right. Learn and see how the answer is taken. If any doubt, ask. Yes. What's the question? How to find the area of a rhombus are they given to papers? So how to find the area of rhombus? Rhombus is also a parallelogram. Then how to find the area of a parallelogram? Base into height. Base into height. Okay, rhombus is also a type of parallelogram. So parallelogram area is base into height. You can apply the same base into height. Right. Okay. Question number 18. Now we are moving. Find the magnitude of PRQ. PRQ. So they're asking this angle when these two triangles are congruent under the case AAS. So they are congruent under AAS. So what is the speciality of AAS? Angle, angle, side. So the side to be the corresponding side. Side to be corresponding side. So now you check if they are corresponding. How to check the correspondence? If this is the 4 centimeter side, so 4 centimeter side is front to the 60 degree. Okay, then here 4 centimeter you choose. So the 4 centimeter should be to the front of 60 degree here also. That means here also 60 degree. Okay, that is the argument. How you check the correspondence? If they AAS, then here as 4 centimeter is front to 60. So here also 4 to be front to 60. Then but they asking this angle, then here 70 60 done, 70 60 130, then with use of the interior angle sum 180, so you can see this is 50 degree. So that is PRQ 50 degree. If you know the maths very well, right, you will never fail, right? But learn that theory part precisely. Theory to be known, my argument, right? Theory, perfect theory should be known. So if you should know that under AA is congruent, then side to be corresponding, right? Or otherwise, if congruent triangle mean the corresponding elements equal, right? Then how to take the correspondence? This is how you choose. 4 is front to 60. Then here you choose 4 that also to be front to 60. Then here this angle we mark. With use of that in a congruent triangle, the corresponding elements are equal. That's the logic. Right. Now question number 19. So express this one in logarithm format. So how to make logarithm format? You know that here base is there and here the index. Okay, then this is the answer. So you check the answers logarithm using this base. So how to write? You write logarithm of 3. You require a base. That base is 10. You bring that base here. You take the logarithm of the answer but require a base is 10, then answer should be 0.4771. So this is the format. Okay, don't be afraid when you see that decimal values. Follow the basic principle, follow the basic concept. Right. Find the equation of the straight line passes through the point 0, -4 and parallel to y equal 3x plus. Oh, tell me my students, if two lines parallels means what they are equal, right? What are the things that to be equal? if two lines are parallel? Tell me. Question number 20. If two lines are parallel, right, what to be equal? Remember, in a straight line graph, if two lines parallel, their gradient must be equal. Gradient. Okay. So here the equation written, then with use of equation, how to take the gradient by using the equation, the y to be subjected. That means y equal format should be there. So that is y equal 3x plus 5. Okay, then right, x is there, x coefficient is the gradient. So what is the x coefficient? X front value. X front value is the gradient. After that coefficient is the intercept, m and c. So but here the logic is y to be subjected, y equal should be there. Fine. Then this is parallel, mean that gradient should be same. In parallel line, the condition gradient to be equal, then that equation should be y equal mx. M is 3, m is non, parallel mean m non, 3x, but the intercept varied, right? We do not know the intercept. So then you need to find the intercept. How? They says that it passes through a point 0 comma negative 4. That straight line passes through 0 comma negative 4. For your reference, if I mark 0 comma negative 4, that is a point somewhere here, 0 comma negative 4, because y-axis and y value negative 4. The graph passing here. So the intercept means where the graph cut the y-axis, intersect the y-axis. So y-axis is intercept at negative 4. So remember, the coordinate of an intercept is like 0 comma something. Why? All the time on the y-axis x coordinate is 0. So if they mention that the graph passes through 0 comma something point, that something should be the right intercept. Why? 0 comma means on the y-axis coordinate format. Okay, then directly you can take as the intercept the negative 4. So you write 3x minus 4. But imagine if they given as a coordinate like not 0 comma, like 1 comma 5, it passes through. This year all level paper questions having this question. It doesn't given that 0 comma coordinate 1 comma 5. Then you cannot take 5 as the intercept. Okay, you cannot take 5 as in y. 1 comma 5 is not in the y-axis coordinate. Then how to do? If they mention for this question, no problem, answer is y equal 3x minus 4. So this is additional knowledge. If they given not 0 comma coordinate 1 comma 5, what to do? But you know that gradient is no change 3x plus c. Then what you do? You substitute this equation, this coordinate to the equations, and satisfying this coordinate onto the straight line, because if a straight line passes through a certain coordinate, that coordinate is on the straight line, then coordinate x and y points satisfy the equation. Then how to make the satisfaction? So here x coordinate, here y coordinate. For y value you substitute 5 equal 3 into, for x value you substitute 1 plus c is there. Then see there 5 equal 3 into 1, 3 plus c. Then subject c, bring this 3 to that side. 5 minus 3 equals c. Then c equal 2. So that is how you take the intercept if any coordinates given except 0 comma coordinate. Understood? But here this question 0 comma coordinate given. Right, this year O level, the last year O level questions given similar question here that was not 0 comma coordinate. Remember that how to do. So with the gradient you write the equation and intercept keeping as c, and then coordinate substitute into the equation. Right. I think that is clear to you. Find the probability of getting a square number when take a card from box having identical card numbers from 1 to 10. Right, remember here, when you have card set, so I can write the sample space. Sample space mean probable all the results, right? So these are the probable all the results card numbers from 1 to 10. Right, then I can find out the number of elements of the sample space is 10, because 10 cards they are in S10. Then I take the element A, event A, as obtaining the square number. So what are the square numbers under this card set? So that are the square numbers. You know, first square number is 1, 1 into 1. Second square number is 2 into 2, 4. Third one, 3 into 3, 9. Only that. Okay, then you take the number of elements belongs to A is 1, 2, 3. Okay, now the probability of A defined as P equal Na upon Ns. So this is the big definition, right? So Na is what? Number of elements of A set is 3, 3 cards they are as square cards out of total 10. So the probability you write as 3 upon 10. This long method is not required, but this is how you deal. Okay, in simply remember, you have to find out how many square cards from 1 to 10 numbers, that to be divided by the total cards. All the time, the certain event results to be divided by the total results. That's the basic logic, right? The certain event number of elements divided by the elements of the sample space. Right, complete it. Right. Now question number 22. Find the speed of a vehicle which travels 16-kilometer distance in 30 minutes. Right. Speed is defined as the distance travel within a unit time period. Right. The rate of change in the distance is the speed. So the definition equation equal speed equal distance over time. Right, speed equal distance over time. Now substitute what is the distance travel? 16 kilometer travel within how many? 30 minutes. So they are not asking with a certain units, okay? Certain units, they are not asking kilometer per hour or meter per second, whatever. But I prefer this is kilometer, then I can write this 30 minutes as hours. So I can make 30 minutes as hours. How? 30 minutes divided by 60. Now it becomes as hours. Okay, now how to simplify the fraction under fraction? The first fraction as it is 60, 16 and multiply with the division, multiply and reciprocal. So here 60 goes up, then 30 goes down. So how the unit conversion happen? See there, kilometer there, h goes up, h minus 1. So here 31, 32. Then 2 into 16, that comes as 32 kilometer per hour. Right. එහෙම නැත්තම් නිකං definition එකෙන් හිතුවත් පැය භාගයකට කිලෝමීටර 30ක් යනවා නම් 30 minutes means half an hour. For half an hour it travels 16 kilometer. Then 1 hour how much? Half an hour 16 means another half an hour, another 16, then 32 kilometers. So that means hourly distance travel is the speed as per this, then 32 kilometer per hour. Right, question number 23. If the chord is a circle with center radius 13, you mark the radius here 13 centimeter. Okay, then here length of AB is 24. Now, from the center, a perpendicular drawn to the chord. Then remember that chord is bisected. Okay, when a perpendicular is drawn to a chord is bisected, equally divided. So this total is 24. Then here one part is 12 and this part also 12. Okay, now look into this right angle triangle. I have introduced you the Pythagoras triples. What are they? 13, 12 you see of right angle triangle. So 13, 12 mean this OP length should be 5. So what are the Pythagoras triples? I have mostly introduced you in the O-level paper, but applicable like 3, 4, 5. Okay, then 6, 8, 10. Okay, then 5, 12, 13. Okay, so these are the mostly applicable. Apart from that, 9, 12, 15 also they are mostly right out of these, right, mostly applicable these triples. So when you see that 13, 12, then the balance is 5. Then they ask in this PQ length, you know that OQ is a radius, this is again radius, right? What is that radius? 13 centimeter. From 13, just subtract this part 5. Subtract this 5, then it comes as 8 centimeter. Okay, 8 centimeter. Right. Find the 18th term of the arithmetic progression. 18th terms of the arithmetic progression, right? So this is an arithmetic progression. To find a certain terms, we have the formula. What is the formula? Tn equal a plus n minus 1d. A plus n minus 1d. Okay, then apply the informations. So in this arithmetic progression, you can find out a is the first term 7, then find the d difference by second term, subtract the first term, or you can choose any consecutive terms and after term subtract the previous term. So 12 subtract 7, that comes as 5. Okay, then they're asking the 18th term, so n equal 18, n equal 18. Now you can find out the formula. T n as 18, T 18 they are asking equal a plus a is 7 plus they are asking 18th. So 18 minus 1 into the difference. What is the difference here? 5 is the difference. So now you can see that 7 plus 17 into 5. So that comes as 7 plus 85. Then it comes as 92. Right, 92. Yes, Uttar? 23rd question again. Here 23rd question, Sputa. 23rd question asking. So this was the question. See there. So here we had a code, right? And here we had a distance there, right? And there the radius being marked, radius is this one, okay? And here they mentioned that this is 90 degree, okay? So this they asking this length, okay? This length only. So how to take the radius given as 13, you mark here 13 centimeter, right? And then here they mentioned that AB code is 24 centimeter. So now the theorem applied is from the center, you can see a perpendicular drawn to a chord AB. Then what happened? This chord is bisected. So bisected means the chord is equally divided. So that's the major theorem of that chord theorem. You mark these two parts equal. Then total 24 means this comes as 12 centimeter. Now you consider this triangle, that is a right angle triangle. Okay, then 13, 12 there, you can apply the Pythagoras theorem as putting x. Then if you apply normal Pythagoras theorem, 13 squared equal x squared plus 12 squared. By but I have introduced you the Pythagoras triples. Then you can apply directly. 13, 12 mean here 5. Or if you forget that one, you can write formal Pythagoras theorem and find x. So now this part is 5 centimeter, but they are asking this part. But you know that the whole the distance, you know. Why this is a radius of the circle. The radius is 13. From that 13, you found that this part is 5. You subtract that 5. Then it comes as 8 centimeter. Is that okay now? Right. Okay, question number 25, the last one of the first part. In the given triangle ABC, draw a sketch to find point P, which is equidistance from, from A, comma C. So A comma C means A and C, that means 2 points. So equidistance to 2 point is they are joining line perpendicular bisect. So AC joining here done. So this line perpendicular bisect. How to do? Take more than half of length and make an arc, and here keep in there make an arc. Okay, then you can make this one cut. So this is perpendicular and bisector. Okay, so here perpendicular bisector drawn. Now they're asking On the AB line mean this is the point P. On the AB line, you need to mark, right? Equidistance of A and C, but on the AB line, right? Okay, correct them. Nice discussion, nice paper. So I think you gain a lot throughout this discussion. So wait until discussion of the part B, right? Correct them, and until that, you can ask any questions of the paper. Right. Right, now we are moving to the fraction question. Right, some student asked the question of these fractions questions previously also. Right, some are having doubts about these fraction questions, whether it's correct or not. What do you think? Is this correct question or wrong question? Right, we'll check. Huh? Okay. Right. එහෙනම් අපි බලමු උත්තර බලාගෙන ඉන්න මේ question set එක. Right. Okay, now we are moving to the discussion. Dylan bought a box of orange for 600. 1/6 of the orange in the box are spoiled, and he kept 2/5 of the unspoiled orange for his consumption. Right. So, what's the number of unspoiled orange as a fraction of total number of orange in the books? So, here you can make a chart even. Right. So how the charts been built up? So this is the full set of orange, right? So full set of orange. Okay, then there are some parts are spoiled, then some parts are not spoiled. Okay. Then here, first thing, they categorize into two parts. Some are spoiled and then not spoiled. Okay, then out of not spoiled, they take another two category, right? For consumption and consumption, he kept something, and then they keep something for selling. So this is the chart, fraction chart. So they says 1/6 of the orange in the box is spoiled. 1/6 spoiled mean, right? You can take what is the unspoiled. From 6 total part, we will take 6. Then from 6, 1 is spoiled, mean not spoiled is 5 upon 6, right? Because the sum of these comes as 6 upon 6 orange, total orange, 1 all the time. Then they mention from the unspoiled, this is the unspoiled, from that consumption is 2/5. So how to take 2/5, understand language, 2/5 of unspoiled. What is the unspoiled fraction? 5/6. 5/6 is for consumption. Now you can see 5/5, and then I can have the fractions 2 upon 6. Right. By looking into this fraction chart, here total was 5 upon 6. So that being divided into consumption and selling. Now from 5/6, here 2/6 there. So here and here should be the answer to the unspoiled 5/6. So can directly from 5/6, you can subtract this one. From 5/6 subtract 2/6, then that is 3/6. Okay, right, one method. Okay, from this total, here subtract this part, then you will take the selling value. The other method, nice method, understand the logic. 2/5 of the unspoiled consumption mean what is the balance here? 3/5. 3/5 of unspoiled of mean multiplication, unspoiled is 5/6. So that is also given the same answer, 3/6. Right, understand these two methods. Okay, right. So now what are the questions they're asking? Write the number of unspoiled mangoes as a fraction of the total number of oranges as a total number of oranges. Unspoiled they are asking by the fraction chart. Unspoiled is 5/6. So 5/6 is the answer. You have 2 marks. Okay, then part 2. Find the number of orange that he kept for a consumption as a fraction of total number of oranges in the box. Find the number of orange that kept for his consumption. Consumption is this one you found here. 2/5 of mean multiplication, the unspoiled, given 5 6. So you simplified here and you got 2 upon 6. Further simplified and give as 1 upon third. So all the time simplified the fractions. 2 marks. Then if he sells the rest of the orange at rupees 660 per fruit, earns a profit of 600, find the number of orange he sold. Now he earned a profit here. Okay, he earned a profit 600. So at the beginning they says that they bought the orange set 600. They bought and earn a profit another 600. Mean what would be the selling price? So how to take the selling price? He bought 600. So selling price means the income. Selling price, that means the income by selling all the mangoes. How to take the income? Not the profit. Profit and income is two different things. Income is by selling all the things, receiving all the money. Right. So what is the selling price? Then should be bought 600 and earn profit 600, mean that selling would be 600 plus 600. Then they would have sold this one to rupees 1200. Why? If 1200 sold but they bought for 600, then the profit make as 600. Okay, this is the income they received by selling the orange. 1200 received. They are saying one selling was 60. Then you can find out number of oranges sold. Number of orange sold. How to take? Just the selling income was rupees 1200 divided by 60, that is one selling price. So 0 cancels, then 620. So 20 orange sold. So you have here 3 marks. Different approach to the question. Okay, fourth one, the number of orange. Find the number of orange in the box initially, the total orange in the box. So now this is the sold quantity. Sold quantity is 20. Now check what is the sold fraction. So sold fraction here you got 3/6. Right, you can simplify here as 1/2. Okay, 3/6 simplify as 1/2. Then 1/2 is equal to the 20 orange. Right, 1/2 of the stock is 20 orange. Then full is what? Total is what? Such two parts. Mulut stock taking half 20, then total is 20 into 2. That comes as 40 oranges. 40 orange. Right, so that is having 3 marks there. Right, hands up those who got 10 marks there under this fraction questions. That is very thinking question. Hands up, everyone. Right. Excellent. Right, now we are moving to the question number 2. I did using the fraction chart there. Right. Now check the question. Right. So this is the board fabric dress shown in the figure made by removing two sectors. Find this is and this is for radius 14 and the center angle 120 and 60. So both are having same sector angle, radius 14, radius 14. Right. So what is your general idea? If this is 60 degree and this is 120 degree with same radius, mean here the area is twice than the 60 area. Have this common sense, because here 60 degree sector and here such two parts, they are 62 times. Okay, same angle at the same same radius, say the degrees twice. We'll check how the answer is taken. So I take area equal the 60-degree area, how to take 5r squared, and then theta upon 365 r squared. So 60 upon 360 into 5r squared, 22 upon 7. I write a1 here, okay, and here area 2. Okay, 5r squared, r is 14 into 14. Okay, yes. Here 61, 66, 71, 72, 21, 23. Okay, then here it comes as 22 upon 14 into 3, not divisible, right? So I write as a fraction 14 into 2, 308 upon 3 square centimeters, right? So that is the area 1, right? 2 marks there. Then I take area 2. A2 is just 120 upon 360 into 5r squared. 5r squared, r means 14 into 14. Okay, then 7172, 121, 123. Okay, then that's it. Then it comes as 616 divided by 3 square centimeter. Okay, right. Then they ask in the total area removed, then add these two areas together. So here 308, okay, upon 3 plus 616 upon 3. Now you can feel that this area is this sector, this is 120 sector, that is twice of this area. Why? Same radius and angle at the sectors twice, then the area twice. So now you keep the same denominator 3, see the sum, 924 divided by 3. Now check that is divisible by 3. Yes, yes, 3, 3. Then 3 0 3 8 308 square centimeter. Now check, right? Don't keep decimals, right? When you divide these, right, keep it as fraction and add it. Now you saw that here not a whole number, here not a whole number, but when you add these two, then it comes as a whole number. Okay, right, that's the specialty. So the answer of this shaded part, two shaded part is, right, what is the sum here? 308 square centimeters. So 2 by 2, you take 4 marks there. Right, then find the area of the board. Board is this whole part that reduced to a trapezium. So that is a trapezium plane figure. So how to take an area of a trapezium? Area equal half into the sum of the parallel lines. So these are the two parallel lines. So this is 56, the other one 50. So 56 plus 50 into the perpendicular height. That is the perpendicular height that gives you 40. So half into, right, 56 plus 50 means 6, 5, 5, 10 into 40. Then it comes as 2, 1, 2, 5, 53. Okay. Then 2170 square centimeters. Okay. Then you have 2 marks there, 3 marks there, 3 marks. Then they are saying that a right angle triangle piece of area 120 square centimeter with AB as a boundary is joined. What is the draw sketch of triangle which measurements above, right? Now right angle triangle to be joined with boundary AB. So that means here the other part. So it comes here. One part AB means the other part outside making right angle triangle into this way. This is 90 degree. But you do not know this measurement. Why? That measurement is varied as having the surface area as 120. So this is fixed boundary. So this is fixed quantity, that is not variable, but x is variable. How it variable? As reaching the area 120 square centimeter. Then you need to find the area half into the 40 is the base you choose and height is x, that area to be equal to the 120 square centimeters. So now you can simplify 2 1 220, then 20 into x comes 20x equal 120, just divide by 20 both the sides, then 20 20 cancelled, then 0 0 cancelled, then 2 divide 12 divided by 2 is 6 centimeters. Okay, then what is the height here? That is 6 centimeter you need to mark. So you have here 3 marks. For calculation 2 marks by finding 6 and drawing on the diagram 1 marks. There are totally 3 marks. Right, hands up those who got the 10 marks for this question. Nice question. Okay, excellent. Right, okay. Right, now we move to the question number 3. Tell me, did you receive the answer for this question correctly? What was the issue? Any issues? But I just look before we start the class. Any issues with the figures? Or did you take the answers? කියන්න බලමුත මේකේ answers ආවද හැමෝටම for this question? Any mistakes here? Not. Oh yes. Okay. Second question. Is the interest applied for the rupees 30,000? I think there's an issue with yes, 30,000. Yes, that's what I was confused. I think issue with this figure numbers. Yes, good. 3,000, right, Rasina? Yes, I think 3,000. Yes, we will check. Huh? 1 0 additionally. Anushan borrowed rupees 5,000 on an agreement to settle the loan in 3 years with 18 annual simple interest. Find the total amount to be paid released from the loan after 3 years. දැන් මේ figures නම් practical නෑ නේද? අද කාලේ 5,000 අවුරුදු 3ක් යනකම් මිනිස්සු බලාගෙන ඉන්නේ නෑ නේද ගෙවනකම්. Right, සාමාන්‍යයෙන් figures ටිකක් low වැඩි ගානේ හැටියට that should be like 50,000 30,000 that kind of loan. Otherwise අද රුපියල් 5,000 කියලා ගත්තොත් මිනිස්සෙක් සතියක් දෙකක්වත් බලයි උපරිමනේ. නම් අවුරුදු 3ක් යනකම් රුපියල් 5,000 ගෙවන්න කතාව පොඩ්ඩක් practical මදි. හරි. Right. Anushan borrowed rupees 5,000 an agreement is 3 years, right? Find the total amount to be paid to release from the loan after 3 years. They are asking total amount. Then you need to calculate the total interest. How to calculate the total interest for 3 years? So this is how you calculate the total interest. Right. So the loan is 5,000. Just loan multiply with the interest rate 18%, 18 upon 100. So this gives you the interest per year. Right. Then simple interest is the interest rate. Highlight that wording. Annual simple interest. So that means for 3 years, similarly 3. So you need to multiply by the time. So that is the nature of the simple interest. So now here 2 zeros cancelled. Then 5 into 18, 90 into 3, 270. And here 0 is there. So rupees 2,700. You got this one. That is the total interest. But they're asking the total amount to be paid. So total amount is what? Loan plus the interest, total interest. So what is the loan? Rupees 5,000 plus, okay, the total interest, that is rupees 2,700. So then it comes as rupees 7,700. Okay, right. So you have here, right, 3 marks there. Then at the end of the 2 years, he borrowed another 30,000. I think that's, if you take 3,000, is that okay with the other question? So I will do for this one. Third, find the total amount he should be paid after 3 years now. Right now he borrowed another 30,000, mean for 30,000, right? They apply only 1 year, uh, that is 18%, 18 upon 100. So that means, because that is applicable only for 1 year interest. Why? 1 year interest, why? Because at the end of 2 year they take the loan. Uh, you got 10,000 works. Okay, so we take 10, here I give the mark for both because that is a mistake of the question. Here it comes as 18 into 3 54, and two zeros comes as 5400 rupees, 5400, that is the interest. Okay, then if you take 30,000, 3,000 into 18%, 18 upon 100, right, two zeros, then 540 interest. Okay, then what they're asking, find the total amount should be paid after the 3 years, right? Then this interest additionally they have to pay, and what they bought 3,000. Then the total amount to be paid is, right? Total amount is 3,000 plus this 541 answer. So that gives you 3,540, or the other answer 5,440, 35,400. That is also acceptable, right? Because that question mistakes there if you follow both method. So then at the end of, you have another 4 marks there. Then at the end of the 3 years, Anushan's father gave 12,000 to him. So the money given his father is enough to pay off loan and interest. Yes, that seems that the 35,000 never happens. Why? 12,000 is the given value. Okay. Yes, what's the issue? Yes, but here what happened? At the end of the 2 years, he borrowed another 3,000. So end of 2 year, first year they elapse, second year elapse. This at this point they borrow another 3,000. Okay, so here this first 5,000 borrows and completed after end of 3 years. But for this 3,000, it is applicable only this 1 year period, because after end of 3 year, now they are asking find the total amount he should paid after 3 years now. So what is the total amount they have to pay, right? So for that loan, what is the total amounts they reach? 7,700 they reach after end of 3 years. Now for this 3,000, what is the total amount they need? 3,540. So total amount at end of 3 years. Now 4, 7 plus 5, 12, 11,240. Yes, that's what I had. 7,700. Yes, that is okay. So they're asking at end of 3 years, what is the total amount to be paid to release from the loan, right? So they took this 5,000, elapsed 2 year period, then again take 3,000, and then they are releasing at the 3 years. So at this point, what is the total amount? So total amount means for 5,000, the interest charge for 3 years and added, that comes as 7,700. Then for this part, 1 year interest applicable, and it comes as 3,540. So at end of 3 years to release from the loan for this 5,000 portion, they are paying total 7,700. For 3,000 part, 3,540. So totally it comes as 11,240. So final part, at the end of the 3 years, Anushan father gives 12,000. Him show that money given by his father is enough to pay loan of and total interest. Yes. Now total payment, what? Total payment to release from the loan we obtain at the top as rupees 11,240. Just one argument in maths, that is lower than the rupees 12,000. So that means that is satisfied, that is final, that is sufficient. 11,240 is lower than the rupees 12,000. So just 120,000, 12,000 now, 12,000. No commas there, 12,000. Right, Padrini. So we our total payment should be 11,240, but father given us 12,000, then that is lower than that. So this is maths way you write. This is sufficient. So that is the advanced trick. Any questions? So here you have 3 marks there for showing this expression. බලන්න excellent questions set එකක් තියෙන්නේ. Right. So now we are moving to the question number 4. See that regarding the pie chart question. The pie chart given below illustrate the types of classes A, B, dresses A, B, C, D, sold in week in a shop. Find the magnitude of X, right? What is the condition here? This is a pie chart. So interior angles of this circle is add up to 360. This is a full circle. So how to find it? So you can write X plus, right, 2X plus, 3X plus, 90 degree. So they add up to 360 angles around a point. Okay. Then x plus 2x plus 3x is what? Then 3 plus 2, 5 plus 1, 6x plus 90 degree equal 360 degrees. Okay. Then you bring this positive 90 to the other sides. Then 6x equal 360 subtracts 90. Okay. Then you can see that 6x equal 270 degrees. Okay, then just you need to find x, just divide by 6 both the sides. So 0 0 cancel, then x equal 45 degrees. So x equal 45 degrees. So you have how many parts here? Just 4 parts. So you have 2 marks there. Okay, then which type of dress sold mostly? Right, make it up 3 marks down, 3 marks there. So which type of dress sold mostly? So they're asking mostly sold one. So in a pie chart, mostly that the angle at the center is directly proportionate with the quantity. If the quantity more means angle small. By looking at that condition, you can find out mostly sold one is the mostly angle. So what is the most angle here? Like 45 you found, then 45 here 2 into 45 means here 45 degree, here 2 into 45 2x, no, 2 into 45 that is 90 degree, then here 3 into 45 then 135 degrees. So this is the angles belongs to that. Now more angle is 135, that is D. Without finding the angle also, by looking into the diagram you can see that D is the most angle, so most dress is sold, so that is 2 D. So you have 2 marks there. Then if 1080 dresses sold in this week, find the number of dresses sold in type C. Right, type C, 90 degrees. So simple manner, I have introduced you the short method, angle and the quantity dresses. So what is the given thing? Total dresses. Total dresses means now you take total angle is what? 360 degree. So belongs to how many quantity? 1080 quantity dresses. That is the given information you mark. Then what they asking type C angle measure here 90-degree means how many quantity. So here thing asking, so you build up to this direction the ratio. How 360 degree means 1080 dresses. If that's so, 90-degree means how many dresses. So you can simplify 91, 94, then 1080 divided by 4, take the answer. 4 into 2, 8, uh, 28, 4, 7 and 0 there. So that means 270 dresses, 3 marks there. 270 dresses. Right. Find the ratio between the number of dresses sold in type B and D. So remember this logic. If they're asking a ratio, the percentage or a fraction, you can solely depend upon the angle at the center. Why? The quantity directly proportionate with angle at the center. So they're asking B to do ratio, B to D ratio, B to D. Right. Ratio is what? Then B angle to D angle ratio. Angle wise ratio you can take. Even no need the value, even you can depend upon the x. B x, D is 3x. Right? How easy. So you can write B to do ratio is B is x degree, then here 3x. So you can simplify in the ratio the same terms. You can divide by both the sides x, then here 1 into here divide by x means 3. So the answer should be 1 to 3. So without finding the quantity of each, you can depend upon the angle wise ratio. The angle wise ratio is equal to the quantity wise ratio. Okay, even we didn't apply the values like 45 to 135. That is easy. X to 3x divided by x 1 to 3. So x to 3x is not a completed answer. Why? You can divide by x both the sides. That should be a numeric ratio. Then 1 to 3 is the answer. So you have 2 marks there. So learn that new points, additional points there. So that is 10 marks question, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. How the marks allocation. I think that is okay to everyone. So normally pie chart is there until the grade 11 second term. It change with additional statistic questions, histogram and cumulative frequency curve. Right, now we are moving to the fifth question regarding the probability. Right, now check. To get the qualification for a job in the private sector, one must pass in the English language test first, right, English test, and then secondly attend for the interview. Right. Then job එකක් හොයන්න යන්නේ. Remember that when you are finding a job also, this O level, A level results are very important, huh? Right. Imagine if you get A pass for mathematics, right? That is a major advantage for uh, all the jobs. Right. Imagine if you couldn't go to the university or any degree program. However, by that level, O level and A level, if you go for a job, mostly the job now seeking the math results. හරි නිසා ඒක ගැනමත් හිතලා හැමෝම හොඳට වැඩ කරන්න. හරි. ඒකක් රිසල්ට් ෂීට් එකේ තියෙනකොට මැත්ස් වලට සෑහෙන වැලියු එකක් ඇඩ් වෙනවා. හරි. ඒතර පස්සේ බොරි වෙන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. දැන් පුළුවන් කාලේ ඒක ගේම් එක ගහන්න තියෙන්නේ. රයිට්. තව මාස කිහිපයක්නේ තියෙන්නේ. ඒ නිසා හැමෝම උත්සාහවන්තව දර ඒකට යෙදෙන්න ගණන් ටික හදන්න ඩවුට්ස් අහන්න ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න මේවා රෙඩ් බුක් එකේ ලියා ගන්න අලුතෙන් එකතු වෙන පොයින්ට්ස් තියරි පාර්ට්ස් right හැම පේපර් එකකම රිවිව් එකක් දාන්න හරි so everyone work hard right and take your maximum results නැත්තම් අවසානයේ බොරු වෙන්න තියාගන්න එපා හරි to get the qualification for a job for the private sector must pass in the English language test first and the secondly attend for the interview right English test එක pass වුණොත් තමයි interview එකට attend කරන්නේ සමහරු ගිරව් වගේ පාඩමින් හැම අතුම branches ම extend කරනවා හැබැයි හැම branch එකම extend වෙනවද නැහැ හරි හැම branch එකම extend වෙන්නේ නැහැ interview English test pass වුණොත් විතරයි if they pass in English only they move to the interview right? The සිහියෙන් ගානට අනුව අනුගත වෙන්න. හරි? Right. So English test, the probability of passing the English language is 3/4. So this is the English test. Passing probability is 3/4. So just you have only two results, passing or failing, not drawing. Right, exam pass or fail. Right, then 3/4 pass means the balance. All the time the branch sum of these two branches 1. Then four parts there. From 4 subtracts 3, 1/4. So remember how to fill that one. Okay. Right. Then here 2 marks there. Okay. Right. 2 marks. Just 1 marks there. Fine. 1. The probability of failing in the interview is 1/3. Extend the tree diagram and indicate the relevant probability. Right. Remember that if they pass the English test only, here pass only the branch extended for the interview. Right. Remember that one. If they fail, they're not going to the interview. Right. සමහරු මේක අඳිනවා ඇඳපු ගමන් වැරදි. Right. Remember that not to be extended. Right. So then here also pass, right, and here fail, right, but you need to name what is this second case, second one for interview. This is interview. මෙහෙම උඩින් ලියන්න ඕන interview. Okay, right. Then find the probability. Fail probability given 1/3. Then you should know the passing is the rest. Rest is 2/3. Right, this one. So this is the tree diagram nicely drawn. For that part, you have 2 marks there. හරි. මේක දික් කරලා තිබ්බොත් වැරදි සම්පූර්ණයෙන්. Right. Then tree diagram relevant probabilities, right? Find the probability of a person who selected randomly from the person set for the English language test having qualification for the job. Now check, qualified to the job is what? They shall pass the English test as well as pass the interview. So that means they have to run through this branch. Okay, here 3 branch only, one here, the second one 2, and third one here. So passing, selecting job means passing both. That's the common sense, right? Job eකට select වෙනවා කියලා කියන්නේ passing both. Then what is the probability? Passing English test 3/4 multiply with the passing interview is 2/3. Multiply both. Then 3 simplified to 1 2 2. Then final answer comes as 1/2. 1/2. Right, 2 marks they are here. 1/2, right, 2 marks. Then at the end of the interview, declared that 100 people are qualified for the job. We can expect how many people attend in the English language test. The may fraction එකෙන් හිතන්න පුතා. So from the selected people, half is the job taken quantity probability. කියන්නේ දෙන්නෙක් ඉදිරිපත් වුණොත් එක්කෙනෙක්ට තමයි job එක හම්බෙන්නේ by looking into this probability. Okay, so they are saying that the taking job probability is 1/2. So now they declare that 100 people are qualified for the job. 100 qualified වෙලා ඉන්නවා නම් attend for the English test is twice. Why? As per this probability, you argue. If 2 people attend, 1 is selected. Now, the selected part given 100, okay, out of to make the probability of selection as 1/2. So here should be 200. So the selection, this is the total attend for English test, and this is selected for job. Okay, to make 1/2 probability of selecting job, here 100 selected mean 200 should be totally attend. So then the answer should be people attend in the English language test should be 200. Argue in that way. Nice question. Okay, so here you have 1 marks there. Okay, අනිත් පැත්තටත් exam එකේදී දෙනවා. So they will ask, right? They will ask, right? If 500 people attend for English test, how many people got selected for the job? Then how to take using the probability says one half is the selecting job probability. So if 500 attend totally, what is the job selecting probability? One half, then multiply with one half, then it says 250 selected for the job out of 500. So here the reverse method going, the selected part given and asking how many total attend. 100 selected means twice of that attend as per this probability you decided. I think it is fine. Okay, the diagram asking the, and again the diagram showing Putta. Here what we did, here this is given English test pass and fail. That is the English test is the first scenario. Then if English test pass only, they can attend for the job interview. Who fail the English, they are not taken to the job, right? They asked to go home. Why? You fail the English test, go home, not interviewing there, facing interview there. So now pass people carried to the interview, then they are having two results, pass or fail. Okay, then passing interview is failing given one third, then passing is the balance, then that is two third. So this is the diagram arrangement. Okay. So now remember that not all the time all the branches are extended. We have received this kind of equations in all well papers. One part is not extended, right? In some examples like, right, uh, so take here married, not married, and here having children, not having children. But not married means no children. We are not discussing about that having children, not having children case. Right? Likewise, huh? So the common sense should be there. So if making flowers in a certain seeds, making flowers, not making flowers, then after making flowers, taking fruits and not taking fruits. So making flower, having flower only extended for the fruits. Why? Not having flowers in that tree means no fruit exactly. So you are not discussing about the fruit case if no flowers in the tree. පැහැදිලි නේද? Right, ඒ නිසා සමහර branches එනවා extend වෙන්නේ නැති. ඒ නිසා carefully observe කරන්න question එක. එහෙම ඒවා ගොඩාක් එනවා දැන් modern හිතන්න tree diagram එක. Okay? Right. So now that is okay. So now be in the box there are two red balls and a yellow balls in the same size R1, R2 and yellow ball given. A ball is randomly drawn out and color is noted after replacing it. This is the most important part. Highlight that one. So in all level paper and grade 11 third term, we are dealing again the probability lesson. There we discussing, they are not replacing the ball, not replacing. Then some sort of elements being blank here. Blank here, so that is applicable in grade 11 third term probability lesson. So O level, you have these two methods, two types, having all the grid is filled and some part of grids being blank. Okay, now we will check this question. So now here no problem. All the events are possible for the second ball also. Represent sample space. If we take first ball R1, for second case also R1 is there. So all the time remember to mark the correct point in this manner. Okay, R1, R1. Don't mark the space here or somewhere. This is the exact point. Then R1, R2, this is the point. R1, A, Y. Some I have seen paper, some is marked somewhere here. Okay, not that coordinates. Right. So here R2, R1, like coordinates you mark, points. Right, point is defined in this way nicely. Right, so these are the points. Okay, so for that one, you have 2 marks there, sample space. Then they ask him find the probability of both balls being different color. So the different colors means if we take R, it cannot be R. If R taken, that to be Y. Okay, so this is one part. If Y taken, that to be R. Okay, this is the part. So that means we have to take this space. So here R and Y, here RY, here Y and R, Y and R. So this is same color, YY, RR set is there. So having different color, how many events are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that count that events divide by the total sample space. So what is the total sample space? Here 3, 6, 9 there. So divide by 9. So 4 upon 9. So you have the answer. That is 2 marks there. Right, nice discussion. So you can see how many marks you gain, right? Everyone drop your marks out of 100, how much you gain for this paper number 40. That is a milestone, milestone achieving 40 papers. So I think that is okay to everyone, except that 2 mistakes of the 2 questions. Others are okay. Okay. Kishore, 87, good. Uh, so you can enhance the marks right throughout our discussion. I think that is okay to everyone, right? So everyone answer the questions nicely and make your notes and marks your additional points in the discussion in the red book. හැමෝම red book එකේ අමතර තොරතුරු ටික තමන් අද දවසේ ඉගෙන ගත්ත අලුත් points තියෙනවා නම් ඒවා mark කරගන්න සහ incorrect questions ටික නැවත හදන්න පොතේ. Right, හැමෝම එක කරන්න. එතකොට ආයේ වරදින්නේ නැහැ ඉස්සරහට. Okay, so we fully discussed the paper number 25, so sorry, 40. So we will meet up with the 41 paper by next week. So we will upload soon, within 1-2 days after this class, we upload the paper into the website, and also you can see the recordings, the previous paper, everything in the website. So I have given a draft video for you how to see the recordings and everything using the website. Okay, Buddha, thank you very much. So we'll meet by next week with the paper and theory class, usually Tuesday at 8 p.m. Right? Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day and enjoy with maths.